Dear viewers across the world, most welcome to my channel NAGA WORLD Conflict Zone. Today's context war between Russia and Ukraine. Russia is the world's largest country and huge resources. Until Second World War, Russia was the leader of the world. Russia had been broken down 1991. 15 countries had been generated from this country. Ukraine is the most important countries of this broken. And Russia is trying to the chance to protect Ukraine to be a member of NATO. NATO is the world's largest security team where America is leading. After Second World War, America economically very strong, and that is why leading every countries. Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Oceans surrounding all countries belongs to America supporter, and Russia and America, when Cold War was going on before 1991, at the time conspiracy has broken down Russia, and America was the leader, and America still now is trying to break down anyway Russia. Economically, China is the largest now, but in case of security and other things, Russia is the main enemy of America. That is why America is always trying to break down Russia anyway. There are 27 members in NATO. This NATO alliance is trying to capture more and more countries. Already many applications submitted for the membership. Among them, Ukraine is one of them. So Russia wants anyway to protect this membership. Other way, if Ukraine can be a member of NATO, then NATO all soldiers will be deployed surrounding Russian borders, and this is another risk for Russia. And Ukraine is the heart of Russia. Chernobyl is the most important atomic powerhouse. It was belonged to Russia. But when Ukraine became independent, then Russia has left all hopes. Huge loss. Economically, Russia fall down. And since then, America became powerhouse and leader of the world. That is why Russia does not want that Ukraine to be a member of NATO. Although there are more obstacles in Security Council, 15 members, 5 permanent and other 10 are not. Among them, 11 vote favor for Ukraine. Only one veto country, Russia. Others four abstain. In Security Council these situations, but in General Assembly it is non-binding where 193 countries member, among them 141 favor for Ukraine, 5 for Russia and 35 abstain. That is why the war is not favor for Russia. Russia is trying to anyway to protect membership of Ukraine for NATO. Not only this issue but other issue surrounding this. Russia occupied Crimea 2014. This was a very important part. It is belongs to sea. And the people of this area got citizenship for Russia. Now there are two important cities till now, Donbass and Donetsk. These two are very important, which are sea-based surrounding. If anyway occupy this, then Russia either it will occupy it forever or try to keep its independence entity. That means there are a lot of separatists. Separatist is trying to capture this anyway. So there are two ways. Either this completely part of Russia or the separatist part. That means this will be like a Serbia Herzegovina, like this. So Russia is capturing this country not only for its security but also its occupying interest. Russia always demanding that Donetsk, Donbass, these are part of Russia historically. That is why world does not allow this, because Ukraine is the independent country. It is solely independent country and its parts. After 32 years, Russia is demanding that Donetsk and Donbass is the part of Russia. It is really laughable and illogical. But might is right. Russia has a power, veto power, and that is why it is trying to capture it anyway. The main target is that Putin does not have any support from country's people. Putin is trying to capture Ukraine only for his own mentality, because a lot of procession is ongoing still now in Russia. Russian does not like to occupy any way Ukraine. Economic factor, because economically Russia will be weak. After collapsing this Russia, somehow it has become economically somehow strong. But in this case, if Russia defeat, so what will be in future? Russia again will be broken down. If when, then what will be? Then it can protect itself, because other countries which are trying to become a membership of NATO, they will get fear. And this is the main reason for Russia. Russia always trying to capture anyway Ukraine. And before this, many times Russia has given chance for Western countries that does not allow anyway Ukraine to be a member of NATO. But Americans leading is very strong, and European countries also. Although it is not a member still now. 2008, Ukraine submitted a membership applications, still now not possible because Russia always opposing this, and that is why this problem is arise. So in future what will be? It is very difficult to determine now. But if Russia if Russia fails or defeat in this case, there is possibility to be a nuclear war between America and Russia. Most important thing is that European countries will be the sufferer, not America, if nuclear war start.